Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today we are starting episode 1 of my Read It or Not challenge. I actually got this challenge idea from Books with Emily Fox. She created a bunch of slips of paper with every single title of her unread TBR on them and put them in a jar, and I did something very similar. I decided to separate my pieces of paper by genre, kind of, and what she does is draws a few titles from this jar and vlogs it for a week. And I decided to do this. It's a goal of mine in 2024 to read down my physical shelves, and I thought, what better way to do that by doing it randomly? So I'm going to be vlogging this week and see how many books I can choose out of this jar. And I'm so scared. There are about 265 books in this jar. Some of those are borrowed books. If you haven't seen my entire unread TBR video, I will link it up above, but I have a lot of books on my shelves that I haven't read, and I thought this would be a fun way to get through them and also just share my thoughts as I read these books. So here we go. This is the first draw of 2024, and the plan with this is I will read this book or I will unhaul it. Let's see. Pink are romance, red are nonfiction and poetry collections and plays, orange is historical fiction, yellow is contemporary / literary fiction, lime green are classics, dark green are YA and middle grade. I know that's not a genre, but an age range. Blue are mysteries and thrillers, and purple are fantasy, sci-fi, dystopian. So some rounds I might pick a color and choose based on that color or a genre that I want to read, but today I'm just going to go in completely blind. So this thing is so full that papers are probably going to be everywhere, but I'm wanting to, I don't know, pick from the middle. I have one. Oh, there are papers everywhere. It's a red, which is nonfiction. Okay, I'll keep it, but did I drop any? This could be very interesting. All right, put that jar away, and let's see. I will let you see what the book is first. Can you see it? Okay, friends. I'm actually currently reading this book. What I know now is a collection of letters from more experienced women writing to themselves when they were younger. And I'm literally reading this. It's already on my TBR, my deck of TBR for the month. So I guess I'm not going to count this. Or do I count it? Ah! Out of the 265 books, I pick one that I'm already reading. I think I have to pick a different book, right? This one I'm just like picking up as I go, unless I should like say I need to finish it. I'm gonna repick. Just gonna do it. My challenge, my rules. Gonna pick a new one. This one. Color. Orange is historical. That's exciting, but now I need to put all these ones that fell back in. Okay. I'm scared. But looking at my historical shelf, I may be excited. Okay. My viewfinder won't focus. Focus. The Home for Unwanted Girls. This is by Joanna Goodman. This is right here, staring me in the face on my TBR cart because it's a book that I don't own. Someone has lent this to me. It is a borrowed book. So, wow, okay. This is, as I said, a historical fiction. It says Philomena meets the orphan train in this heart-wrenching story of a mother-daughter bond that could not be broken. A novel inspired by true events. Wow. Okay. I tend to like books like with orphanages and obviously historical fiction elements, and so I think I'll probably like it. Got to get this sticker off, but I guess it's not my book to take the sticker off of. Okay, so this is the first book I will be reading for this Read It or Not vlog. Hello everyone. It's been a couple of days since I drew this title, and I was just trying to finish other books quick before I started this one, and then for some reason I had this weird complex that I couldn't start this audiobook. I was waiting for the right time and whatever. So I actually started it yesterday, and I'm this much into it, like 25% of the way through maybe, and enjoying it so far. We are following our main character, Maggie, and she is growing up in French Canada. Her father is English and her mother is French, and she has that kind of weighing on her because she is kind of in love with a French boy, and her dad is like, don't ever marry a French person. And she's like, but you did. And he's like, trust me, don't do it. So anyway, she has this kind of fling with a French boy, and how much can I tell you? Yeah, I can tell you this because it's in the synopsis. She ends up getting pregnant with this French boy, and I guess like most girls who end up in this situation during this time period, it's in like the 1950s, the family decides to hide her away while she's pregnant, and when she gives birth, just send the baby away to an orphanage. And this baby is sent to the home for unwanted girls. And so that was like the first part. Like part one was Maggie and her relationship with Gabrielle, and then her being pregnant, being sent to her aunt and uncle's house, and then having the baby. And now in part two, we're following both Maggie and Elodie, which is the daughter of Maggie and Gabrielle, and as she's aging in this home for unwanted girls, and just seeing what her life is like in an orphanage. And then Maggie, who is regretting every single day giving away her baby. It seems like that was forced upon her by her parents more so than her wanting to do that. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm definitely going to keep going, not going to DNF it by any means. And so yeah, enjoying this a lot. I did find an audiobook of it, so that is helping me get through it kind of quickly. I did want to share also, because remember how I drew this book at the beginning too. I was already reading it though. This is What I Know Now, Letters to My Younger Self. Extraordinary women share the wisdom they wish they'd had when they were younger. So I just thought I would give you a little update on it because I kind of drew it for this challenge and then decided not to read it. It's okay. It's, like I said, letters from women to their younger selves. The editor, Ellen Spraggins, writes like a little intro to the letter, like explaining who this person is, at what point in life they are currently, and then who they're writing to, who or what time period of themselves they're writing to. And then we get the letter. So it's kind of like each chapter is separated into two parts. The part by Ellen explaining who this narrator of the letter is, and then we get the letter. And it's okay. There are definitely some nuggets that I'm taking from these letters. However, it just feels like it's these privileged women writing back to themselves saying, don't worry, you'll end up in a really great spot because now you're famous and yada yada. And they never explicitly say that, but that's what it feels like. like it's just all these privileged women. So I kind of wish we could get a letter, and maybe we will. Maybe we will at some point. But so far we've gotten like famous people, actresses, authors, a queen, singer-songwriters, whatever. So we've gotten those perspectives. And so I wish like we'd just get a perspective from a random mom in some small town in Minnesota, or you know, like just someone I could relate to a little bit more, because all of these women, sure, while maybe they weren't famous straight from the get-go, all of their letters are kind of just like, keep persevering because soon you'll be the owner of a multi-million-dollar company. Obviously they never say that, but it's just getting that vibe. So I don't know about this one. Today I was able to get quite a bit of reading done in this one because it's a snow day. Here, let me show you. It's gonna probably be like, there it is, snow day. It's not snowing super hard yet, but it's happening. And so I was actually able to get all my work done early this morning and then answer phones from home today. And of course, Willie's a teacher, so he didn't have to go to school. So we were able to take down Christmas decorations and read and nap. We did take a nap. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can finish this one either today or tomorrow. And then I would love to pick another book, maybe with my kids involved. Like I'd pick 3 out of the jar and then they pick which one or something. I don't know. So yeah, I will update you once I'm a little bit further in this book. I am just over 50% in the Home for Unwanted Girls. I'm really loving it. All I want to do tonight is read. However, I didn't do my yoga with Adrian this morning. So it's like already 9. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock on a Friday night. And I'm gonna do my yoga. I hope it's a relaxing one. It doesn't make me too, I don't know, energized, but we'll see. I'm gonna do it regardless. And then I would love to read and cross stitch, or you know, listen to my book and cross stitch. So that's what's on the plan for tonight. Bear, would you like to say hello? Hi, Bear Bear. Hi, Bon Bon. Bunny, say hi. Hi, Bunny. Good girls. All right, off to do yoga. So it was a wonderful evening of reading. I do want to say I did yoga, and for some reason Adrian just knew what I needed. It was a lovely stretch video. It was short and perfect for an evening of yoga instead of a morning like I normally do. Then I joined some sprints on Amy's channel, Amy's Bookish Life, and did some cross stitching, and then I took a bath and read, and I have made it quite far. I feel like I was this far, but in the other side of the book this morning, and I'm really loving it. So where did I leave off telling you about it? Maggie had this baby, and the baby was taken to an orphanage, I think is what I said. Oh no, I was at the time when she was having the baby. I can't remember, but her baby was taken away, and then in part 2 of the book, like, oh yeah, I do remember, we were getting different perspectives, and poor Elodie in the orphanages. I think that this is based on historical fact, but orphanages in Canada were getting more money, or I should say not orphanages, but like nunneries, what are those called, convents, would get more money for supporting children with disabilities, like 3 times the amount of money than just supporting children without parents. And so they would fake documents saying that all of these orphans were actually mentally unwell, and So poor Elodie was treated that way, but then also had to care for some children who were actually mentally unwell. And she just, I mean, these nuns were very corrupt. And so I really felt for Elodie. And then we just follow Maggie as she is going through her life, constantly remembering her daughter, but also trying to move forward with her relationship with someone else. And it's just really good. And now we're at a point where Gabrielle and Maggie have come back together, and now they are really searching to find Elodie. And it's a difficult process. So I'm enjoying it. I obviously have listened to quite a bit today, and hoping to even read a little bit more before bed tonight. And tomorrow we should be able to draw a new piece of paper. This was such a good start to this challenge. We'll see if it can continue. So I've not officially finished the Home for Unwanted Girls yet, but I'm like 50 pages away, maybe even less.
Maybe even less.
Maybe even less. But we're about to go on a little trip in which I will finish it.
We will finish it.
Yeah, I will finish it on the trip. And so I want to know what my next book is going to be. So I'm going to pick 3 papers from this jar, and then Theo gets to pick the one.
I want to pick the oranges.
Oh, well, if I get an orange, you'll get to see which one it is. But I'm gonna pick 3. What's wrong, Mabel? What do you need to get off?
Mommy, only choose oranges.
I'll see what I get. Okay, so here's the first one, a yellow. Oh, I'm not even showing you, sorry. A blue. And another blue. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll let you pick an orange in a second, okay? But this is for drawing. So we have 3, yellow, blue, and blue. Theo, can you come up here and pick one? And then I'll let you pick, Mabel, okay? Which one? The yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it is. Can you open it?
Yeah.
Mabel, you want to pick one? A blue one? Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, that's a good one. This must be the place. Focus.
Yes.
Focus. It's just focusing on our faces. There. This Must Be the Place by Maggie O'Farrell. This is on my Kindle, so that's great. I can easily travel with my Kindle, bring it with me. We're actually gonna go to an indoor playground, so maybe I could get some reading done while the kids play. So that's awesome. That's the next pick. And unless I put it down, I think that might be the last pick for this vlog. You want to pick an orange one? Okay, now we're just going to play with the papers. Hello everyone. First of all, I'm wearing the hat because it's a high of -3 today. -3 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm freezing. Everywhere I go, I'm freezing. I'm wearing fleece-lined leggings and I'm still freezing. But I did want to tell you, the other day, I did finish The Home for Unwanted Girls by Joanna Goodman and really, really loved it. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. I just loved the 2 different perspectives from this mom and daughter who were torn apart. from birth for Elodie, but then from a very young age for Maggie. She was only 16, so she didn't really know any better, and did whatever her parents said. And I just really loved it. Tears were welling up in my eyes at a few points, and it just was a really solid historical fiction. Pretty devastating to know that this was the case for some young people in Canada, and but I'm glad that Joanna Goodman brought it to light, and women can tell their stories. So yeah, I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. Loved it. I'm so glad I finally got to it. My mom gave it to me who knows how long ago, but it was a borrowed book from my mom, so I can finally give it back to her if she wants it. However, they have recently moved to a small little condo. She might not want it back. I will see. And then that same day I did start reading This Must Be the Place, which is the book that Theodore chose. The yellow slips of paper are contemporary, and I believe that this is contemporary or literary fiction. I haven't read any books by Maggie O'Farrell yet, but I'm very interested in this one and The Marriage Portrait. So yeah, this one, I am like 7 pages into it, but it seems like we'll be following a married couple are they in Ireland? And so far we have followed from the perspective of the gentleman in the marriage, but it seems like we'll get both perspectives. And just seems like this husband can't really like get a hold of his wife. Not that she's like off the rails or anything, but he knows that his wife is going to do whatever she wants to do, and he's just got to be okay with it. So I'm enjoying it so far. Again, 7 pages in, but I was able to find an audio copy, and I also have it on my Kindle. So I'm kind of reading those in tandem. Anyway, I'm hoping to finish this within a couple of days because I want this vlog to come out on Wednesday and it's Monday. So I've got some serious reading to do, but hopefully being able to listen will help with that. So that's where I'm at. If any of you are in the Midwest, I hope you're staying warm because holy smokes, it's cold. So I have some bad news. I was not able to complete This Must Be the Place by Maggie O'Farrell just because Love Island got in the way. I'm being completely honest with you people. I just have a guilty pleasure, and it is Love Island Australia. For some reason, it's my favorite. And whenever I really should have been reading, I was watching Love Island. So I did get to 50% of the way through this book though, and I'm not going to DNF it, which means I wouldn't unhaul it anyway for this project. So I'm definitely feeling like it could be 4 or 5 star feel. I don't even think I've updated you much on this one. We are following a couple, Daniel and Claudette, and we are getting like so many perspectives, like way more than I thought we would. I thought it would just be Claudette and Daniel, but we're getting her brother, and we're getting his children from his first marriage, and then his children from his second marriage, and his best friend and his first lover, and like so many random perspectives. But I feel like that's so amazing because we are figuring out who these people are and how they found their way to each other. So I'm really loving it. It's just like comfortable writing. I'm really just like sinking into it and enjoying my time 100%. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a win. The other book I drew for this project was obviously a win. I gave it 4.5 stars, and the slight draw, oh, that's upside down, What I Know Now, which was my very first pick that I was like, nah, I'm not gonna count, but I do want to just update you. I'm like 2/3, 3/4 of the way, and it's okay. I'm getting a few tidbits of good advice from these letters, but honestly it just feels like I'm reading from very privileged people writing back to themselves saying like, you're in a hard time now, but don't worry, it gets so much better. And I don't really want to hear that because I don't think I will be in that place. I just want to hear from simpletons, from, you know, like just moms. There were some letters from moms and I appreciated their advice, especially when they write about like taking time with their littles and whatever. But I don't think I will ever be in the place where I will run a multi-million-dollar company and look back on these days like so fondly and whatever. So I think 2 wins for sure, and the one that like wasn't actually a part of the challenge was kind of a dud. But overall, I loved this week of reading from this jar, my little jar here. I'm so excited to keep doing this. I feel like it really worked in my favor this time around. Maybe that means next month it'll do me dirty, but subscribe and stay tuned for when I read it or not in February. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video on your way out. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.